Beautiful summer day. Coming out to look at the car that probably needs to be sent to the junkyard. My 1996 Camry. It was my car, then became Mary's car, then became Donald's car, and now I own this thing. It's got an oil leak. Need to check her out. Alright. Here's the engine. 2.2 liter 4-cylinder. Pretty quick for a little 4-cylinder. A lot of oil leaks over here. We changed out the oil pump. I don't know how many miles ago, 20,000-30,000 miles ago. So I think all this area is pretty good over here. I think the leak is coming from over here. In fact, I'm almost sure of it. The old distributor right there. The shaft going into the cam seal is probably leaking and pouring oil down the back of this engine all over the bottom of the car. It's hard to tell exactly where all the oil is coming from. I know it's coming from, some of it's coming from this distributor right here. So we're going to pull that thing out of there. Beautiful sunny day. Apple Creek Valley. Yep, lots of trees, birds are singing. I've been on vacation a while, it's time to get to work. Yeah, I know everybody's thinking, why are you fixing this old dog? Why don't you just get rid of it? I just can't. A lot of memories in this car. A lot of good times. So, we'll put it in the garage, jack her up, take her apart, and see what we see. Alright, got her in the garage. Got her all fitted back here. Got all my tools laid out nice and neat so I can find things. I'll spend half my day looking for a wrench. I just sat down somewhere. Cleaned out the garage, fixed all the drywall, added some lights, some lockers from work. Lots of room. I'm going to tearing this thing apart a little bit. Take a lot of things out of here. This got to come out. All this stuff, got to move all that so I can get to that thing right there and pull that thing out of there. So, poor Civic's going to have to sit outside for a while. Who knows how long this is all going to take. Yes, sir? I'm getting hot. Huh? I'm going inside, buddy? Come on, let's get some water. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, I'll let you back out. Come on. Get in there. It's hot out here. Big old fur coat on you. Uh-oh. Better take care of that. Alright, I'm back out. Got it all taken apart. My little Haynes book here. Car all jacked up. Jack stands under here. Yep, all saved. Got a chock in the back here. Yep. Safety glasses. Gloves. Jacked up back here on the frame. Put this guy just in case there's some failure in the concrete or something. Hate risking my life on a stupid car. So, that wheel chocked up. Took the wheel off. I can turn that crankshaft to get top dead center. Let's just illustrate it. Right there. Ooh, a little blood sugar here. I'm shaking. So that said 0. So that means it's either on cylinder 1 or cylinder 4, depending if it's exhaust or intake. Top dead center. You notice here, this camera is steady. We're pointing down where the number 1 spark plug is down here. So I gotta go back in where it came out. So I made a mark on this guy here. And also the housing of the distributor here. I can see it too well. But right here's a little mark. Right there. So I can get the housing back on exactly the same way. Take the rocker arm cover off just to have some visual what's going on. Maybe tighten the head back to the black so it ain't loose. It's got 263,000 miles. Who knows how loose everything is, because this is making a little bit of a noise. Not quite sure what that is. Came over here, look at my spark plugs. Nice and dry. Not that old, about 15,000 miles on them. Nice and clear. I don't know if you can see that too well. All these had a bunch of oil on the threads. But I think that was because when I pulled them out, oil dripped down in there from the housing it was enclosed in. Not getting a very good macro here, but they look like they're firing all pretty good. So I don't think the rings are leaking at all. I think there might be a bearing in the black that's going bad. Calls me some knocking noise. Car accelerates fine, it runs beautiful. You can't really even hear it inside the car until you get outside the car and you hear this knocking noise. But anyway, safety glasses on, got the negative lead off the battery. Safety, all about safety. I'm gonna kill myself. So we're gonna pull that distributor out, see about replacing some parts, some seals and stuff. We'll see how that all goes. So we'll be back. Little helper's out here. I think he's getting hot. Oh, he's chasing the lizard. What do you think? Leave the lizard alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Go on inside. Come on. Get in here. You're hot. Get in there, you boy. Booger. Get some water. Cool down. Come back. Play later. Little shit. It's you. Drink some water. You ain't ready for lunchtime yet. Your bowl's still empty. Alright. Back to work. He's going to be crying to get out here in a minute or two. So, where was I? I'm looking for... What am I looking for? Got myself all miscombobulated. There we are. Alright, I'm down in my basement. Got my distributor out here. This guy here, I think, is the big problem. You see all the oil on both sides here. This is the inside of the engine, so it hooks to the cam. This kind of separates, so this plugs into the side of the engine like that. Kind of more like that, I guess. And there's my mark. I put some red markings on her so I can see it better. And I put a marking here on this guy, which just correlates to that guy there. Pulled straight out, so I should be able to push it back in and then twist or nothing as I pulled it out, so it all should be good. You know how to get the top dead center or something if the camshaft would move or anything, which it shouldn't. Or the crankshaft, I should say. I got the battery unhooked. Should be good to go. Change this guy out here, and this shaft, there's a seal in there. I'm going to have to tear this thing to pieces to get to it. And I got the parts right here. From Canada, of all places. Saw this on a YouTube video. And there's my stuff right there. There's all the things I need, probably more than I need actually. Here's the O-ring. So nice and round and soft that is. This thing is worn to nothing. That guy there is done. But this guy here is probably leaking too. He's kind of buried in here. I'm going to need to take this to work tonight and put it on a press to press it out of there. Distributor comes off, 2 little screws. Meantime, I'll try to change this out in the middle of winter without taking the whole thing apart, all the air intake. And we couldn't get to it, so we just left. This wasn't too bad. We changed the spark plugs and the wires, and it got rid of a code he was having for emissions trouble. But I have one of these, so I might put that in there. So we'll see. It's got an electrical connection here for the. There's a little tack in there that lets the computer know, yes, I am spinning. All is good in the world. Sometimes the car won't start. that's a problem. But it's pretty reliable. Little tachometer lasts for years and years. But it has been known to go bad out there. So if you have a no start problem, that could be it. Also, older models of the Camry had the coil and igniter built into the distributor here. The thing came out a lot further. They took all that stuff because that was known to fail. They took all that and put it on the firewall, kept it cooler, beefed it up a little bit more so it wouldn't have that failure. Same sort of thing, you get in the car, it'll crank, but it won't turn over. So that's been pretty reliable. Anyway, down here in the air conditioning basement, cooler basement I should say. Oh, look who's following, who's come in here, my buddy. Wanting to see what's going on. Yeah, everything okay? Everything's in good shape? You approve? He pops up in places I never expect. I'll be working on something outside, I come inside, he follows me wherever I go. Just wants to be with me, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, old kitty? Number one reason for divorce is financial. The number two reason is clutter. And I'm the biggest pig of all. Me and my wife had a lot of fights about stuff upstairs. But down here, this is what I'm supposed to be taking care of. And it's a mess. Like always. Yes, I had kids and they played sports and there's some stuff. Anyway. I got some cool pictures from back in the day. I need to get me something to eat. I'm getting the shakes here. I'll tear him up later. I'm at work. Trying to get this little piece out of here. Pushing that pin out of there. You think it wouldn't be that hard, but it is in there like really tight. I'm trying to get this in a vise, a press I got here at work, and all I'm doing is tearing it up. I have a press here that can push down on this, but it's just I can't hold this whole thing steady in the right angle to get enough force to push that thing through with this chintzy little tool here. I may be an electrician and mechanic, but I am not a machinist. Different skills, different tools. After I do get that off there, all this whole piece here has got to slide out. And all that stuff's got to be put in there and not mangled as I'm putting it in there. So that's why they don't sell kits for these things. I mean, they just sell you the whole distributor. It's a couple $100. It's not the end of the world. That's what route I may take if I can get that thing out of there. I just need another pair of hands maybe, and I think it might be to punch that thing through. We'll see. I'm going to spend a huge amount of time on it. Other things to do in my life. This is where the biggest problem is O-ring that's not there no more. If I put that on there just by itself, it'll probably be good enough. But you can see where we at here. There it is. See where it's kind of drained there a little bit down there? That's where the oil's coming. It's coming out the little weep hole here and pouring all over God's creation. So it's leaking out of that seal there, running down there. So it is definitely leaking. It's definitely bad. Just getting this little stupid pin out of here and then this whole thing out. So notice here also that this is shorter than this is longer. So when I do get this out, this has got to go back on right. So this piece has got to line up with this back here. So I got a little video. Little spot right there. It's got to be on the right hand side with this at the top. So I made a little video. Help myself out. Probably been a lot cheaper if I went to the store and bought a new one. I would have had this already put back together. Not going through all this hassle. I'm not a machinist, just a replacing kind when it comes to car parts. But by golly, I can't believe a little pin is holding up the whole show, but we'll see. Get a little help tomorrow. Got a few helping hands maybe. So we get that thing out of there.